Well, coverage of storms certainly a lot greater across the region today. Most of the severe thunderstorm warnings are coming to an end as this whole line continues to quickly shift along and just west of the I-95 corridor. But some of the strongest activity now is exiting Buckingham County. We still have ongoing flash flood warnings, and those will continue for several more hours, and they'll likely be downgraded to at least flood warnings. But for much of western Louisa, much of Fluvanna County until 7:30, flash flood warning. Small creek streams out of their banks. You'll likely encounter some road closures because of high water. Here in Albemarle, southern Albemarle, eastern Albemarle, flash flood warning continues until 7:30. Now this report was as of shortly after 5 o'clock. Milton Road at Henderson Creek was closed because of high water, at least 6 to 12 inches of water in depth over the roadway. We'll go a little farther south into Nelson County. Flash flood warning continues until 6:45. Portions of Route 29 have been impacted because of the rain, and the southbound lanes as of 422 were closed because of a mudslide. So there are many hazards still ongoing because of the storms and the heavy rain that's already come through. But again, as we look at the Doppler radar estimates over the last 12 hours, some of these pockets of yellows and a little bit of brown showing up, that's greater than 3 to almost 4 inches of rainfall. And you can see some of those heavier hit spots. Again, these are Doppler radar estimates, but again, enough to cause issues on a saturated ground. And again, these storms thankfully moving, but still causing lots of problems. So the severe thunderstorm watch encloses a lot of area, but the worst of it we've already seen. It's beginning to exit the region. We're still going to have some lingering showers or storm, but the ongoing flooding will be ongoing for a while. So again, this will get scaled back as these storms continue to march off to the east. The flood watch continues until midnight, but we have active flash flood and likely some flood warnings that will continue. We made it into the upper 80s and low 90s before the storms developed. Now we've all been impacted because of that, and temperatures right now are in the lower 70s, and the saturated air mass is not going to move much overnight. So here again, the storms are exiting the region. We'll have some lingering showers or maybe a thunder shower or two, and then a lot of clouds here take us into the overnight period. So temperatures will remain in the muggy 70s, some areas of fog to develop. Temperatures here for Thursday will be a little lower. Most of us will hang out in the mid 80s. The coverage of showers and storms tomorrow should be a lot less than what we've seen today. Matter of fact, here we are in the morning, a lot of cloudiness, and more clouds we hold in place will kind of limit destabilization of the atmosphere. More sunshine just adds added fuel to the atmosphere, but there will be a few. Temperatures in the mid 80s during the afternoon. Friday could play out very similar with, again, aerial coverage of afternoon showers and storms a little less, but any of those could still pack an isolated punch in terms of a damaging wind gust or some locally heavy rain. So we've got a setup that's changed very little, a front that's stalled to our north. There's nothing to push it through, kind of the doldrums of summer. We don't have a good push of cool, dry air to move it south. It's bumping up against a big ridge of high pressure off the eastern seaboard, and so basically it's a stagnant pattern, and it's still going to continue. So temperatures tonight in the lower 70s for most, few upper 60s north and west. Showers and storms will fade away. Ongoing flooding issues that will continue for several more hours. There's a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast showing you temperatures in the upper 80s to around 90, but this pattern is going to be slow to break anytime soon. Maybe by the middle or end of next week.
All right, Eric, thank you. And a warning to